Well, we're going to start, and we're going to start on our knees. And of course, if this is not a comfortable position for you, you can also find a cross leg. There's also an option to always put a pillow between your sit bones and your heels. And we're just going to rest our palms of our hands in our thighs and start to close the eyes. And you'll feel the sit bones on your heels. And then I would like you to align your shoulders with the sit bones. So you're going to slightly lean back, lift your abdominals. And then feel the backs of your ears and bring them in alignment with your shoulder blades. And it's going to feel like you're leaning back slightly because of phones and electronics. We constantly dip the head forwards. So we want to bring it back into this neutral shape, a natural shape of the spine. And just start to breathe the length of your spine, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And as you breathe these first few moments of class, stay there. I'm going to read you a poem. The senses are the tools of the mind. The mind is the tool of the spirit. When the mind becomes confused, it is spirit that brings back clarity and harmony. Our desires and thoughts spread over the soul as weeds spread over the surface of a pond. The ego thrives in muddy water, while the mind needs clarity and transparency. Let the mind become the master, and the senses its obedient servants. A master who puts his senses to sleep is able to perceive the unseen emerging from spirit. Even in his waking state, he dreams. Dreams that open the gates to divine truth. So we'll use our senses today to gain clarity. We'll take our hips to the right side of our mat and land the left hand down on the left side. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips up to the ceiling, and then side body stretch on the exhale. And you can do this with your legs crossed if that's more comfortable for you. And just notice if your top shoulder is collapsing, and start to wrap your heart to the ceiling. So you're rolling back, just like when we sat down. We're taking the head and the shoulders back behind us. And then we'll come back to center, taking the hips all the way across. Right hand down to the floor, left fingertips to reach up. Big inhale. Side body stretch. Hips to the left, right hand to the right. Then coming back to center, we'll find a tabletop position. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Spread your fingers wide. And just for a moment, find that length in your spine again. Draw the shoulders in line with the sit bones. And on your exhale, keep your length. We move into the spine, drop the belly, send the heart forwards for your cow. Press into the hands, round into the back for your cat. And then keep going with your breath, dropping the belly, sending the heart forwards. Inhale. Pressing into the hands, rounding in the back. Exhale. A few more times like this, and start to notice your senses. Can they help you stay present? So the touch in the hands, the ears, ears, can you hear your breath? And can your eyes be still today? So finding a focus, not looking around too much, so that you can give clarity to the mind. Let's find that neutral spine and take your knees wide, your big toes to touch, and sit your hips back. We take a moving child's pose. Inhale, shoulders come forwards, reach your right fingertips forwards. They're going to circle all the way back. Land your right hand down, exhale, hips to your heels. We go again, inhale, shoulders over wrists, left arm to lift this time. We circle all the way round, and you can follow your fingertips with your eyes. Left hand down, exhale, hips to the heels, child's pose. We'll do this twice more, both sides. Inhale, right arm to lift and circle back. Exhale, hips, child's pose. Inhale, come back. Left fingertips to roll and open. Warming up into that shoulder girdle, side body. Exhale, hips down. One more time each side, using your breath. Inhale, circle the right fingertips back. Land your hand down. Last one, inhale forwards, left fingertips to circle round. Gorgeous. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and find a downward facing dog. You can bend one knee, then the other, and just take a few moments to set this dog up, finding length in your spine. And then on your next inhale breath, we're going to move to a plank position, pressing your heels back, hugging your thighs to the bones, and pulling your abdominals into your spine here. It's like you're being pulled in two directions. Your crown of your head is going forwards, but your heels are being taken back. Your hips are in line with those shoulders. And then everyone's going to drop their knees on the exhale. Shift your weight forwards on the inhale, so shoulders past the wrists, and you'll find this lovely line. Shoulders, hips, and knees. We haven't collapsed. Pull the belly in, lift those hips up slightly. Bend the elbows, take the chest forwards. Exhale all the way to the floor. Hands wide off your mat. Come up onto your fingertips. Shoulders on the back. Inhale, we find a cobra. So this is space, taking the heart forwards. Press the backs of the feet to the floor. That's lovely. Exhale to release. Gorgeous. Two more like that. Use your breath to lift the chest and think about trying to get as long as you can. Exhale down. Keep pressing the backs of the feet to the floor one more time. Inhale. Exhale to release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Core is engaged. Press into your knees. We're going to come up to a tabletop position. Finding your tabletop. Your right arm is going to extend. Your left leg will extend. Now drop the left toes down so the left hip is in line with the right. Take an inhale breath here. Try and get as long and as tall as you can. Exhale, elbow to knee, we drive in. Inhale, find your length and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, pull in. 3 more like this, really connecting breath to movement. Exhale. Every time you extend, point the left toes down, left hip down. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, find your length. Exhale, pull everything in, land your right hand, and then take your left knee out to the side. And then you're going to lift that left knee all the way round as you circle it back. And then you're going to drive the knee into the chest. And then you're going to take it wide, circling the knee out to the side. Dropping the knee forwards. We do this one more time. So we're circling the leg, and yoga, this is called a mandala of the leg. Draw your left knee into your chest, look forwards. Using your abdominal strength, you're going to step your left foot in between your hands. And remember, you can always grab hold of that ankle or calf and help it come to the front. Come up high onto your fingertips, draw your hips forwards, and take an inhale breath here. Tuck your back toes, and just, James, you can bring that foot a little bit further forward so your heel is in line with that knee. There we go. Draw the hips forwards, inhale. Tuck the back toes, draw the hips back, exhale. The front leg does not need to be straight, coming back, inhale, forwards, low lunge. And if you feel like the floor is far away, you can always put your fingers on blocks or books here, if that's going to give you a bit more space in the hamstring. Taking the hips back, lovely. One more time, inhale, coming forwards. And now we're going to stay at taking the hips back, exhale. So drawing the hips. Now, this front leg can be bent. You can walk your hands a little closer to your hips. And then we're going to lift the heart, lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, you're going to start to drop the chest towards the thighs. And it's a pulse. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the spine. You remember, use your fingertips. Bring them as close to the hips as you need. Exhale, fold. Lovely. One more time. Keep drawing the energy up the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Coming forwards, low lunge. Rebend your front knee. Right hand to the floor. Lift your right knee. Press the right heel away so the leg is really strong. And reach your left fingertips to the sky. You're going to hold here. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. Keep lifting the hips. That's it. You got it. And then you're going to bend your left elbow and bring your left hand to the back of the head. And then again, take the elbow to the ceiling. Really rotate into your shoulders. And then exhale, we're going to reach the elbow towards the floor. Keeping the back leg extended. Drive the heel away. Inhale, lift the elbow back up to center. We do this 2 more times, and if you need to drop that back knee, of course, drop that back knee. Exhale, elbow reaches towards the floor. Inhale to lift up. One more time. Exhale to reach down. Inhale to lift. You extend your left fingertips to the ceiling. Land them down on the outside edge of the left leg. And then we're going to step back to our plank position. Press the heels back, send the heart forwards. And maybe you stay with your knees off the floor. Otherwise, drop the knees if you need. We're lowering down on your exhale. Bend your elbows, send your chest forwards. Bring the belly all the way to the floor. Exhale. Keep your hands where they are. Loop the shoulders. Press the backs of the feet to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to release. Take the heart down. We make big movement with that chest. Again, not thinking about height, but rather length here. Get so tall and long. Lovely. One more time, using your breath. Lifting the heart. Exhale to release. We're pressing into our hands and our knees. Tabletop position. Core is engaged. Lift the shoulders and the hips together. And then make sure the hands are underneath shoulders. Your knees are underneath hips. Right leg to extend, left arm to extend. Now drop that left hip, point the left toes down. Breathe in here. And then exhale, elbow to knee, we pull in. Inhale to extend, flex the toes. Exhale, elbow to knee, we drive in. Find that breath. Every time we extend, level the hips here, pull the abdominals in. Exhale. Gorgeous. One more. Inhale. And then exhale, pull everything in. Land your left hand and take your right knee out to the side. You're going to circle that knee all the way back and drive the thigh into the torso. So we're mandalaing, circling the leg. Really working and activating into our hip and our glutes. Circling round. And then I'd like you to drive the knee into the chest. Use your abdominals here. Step your foot in between your hands. And then use that ankle or calf if you need to scoot the leg a little bit further forwards. Come up onto your fingertips and draw the hips forwards. Take an inhale breath here. Tuck your back toes. Exhale, hips towards your heel. That front leg can have a big bend in it. Keep drawing the right hip back. We move with that breath. Inhale, coming forwards. Drawing the hips back. Exhale. Lovely. One more time. Inhale, come forwards. Take the hips back on your exhale. Stay here. Keep drawing the right hip back. Walk your hands towards your hips if you need extra support. And then inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine, reach the chest forwards. That's it. And then exhale, start to soften the chest towards the thighs. Don't worry if that front leg is bent. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just soften towards the thigh. One more time, inhale. Exhale, gorgeous. Walk your hands back. You're going to find a low lunge, so lift your left knee, press your left heel away, so that leg is really extended. Right arm up to the sky. We hold here. Press down into that right foot, and really lift those hips up so we haven't collapsed in our hip joints. Bend your right elbow, bring the right hand to the back of the head, and then inhale, elbow to the ceiling, really rotate into your shoulder blades. Exhale, elbow down towards the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale, elbow towards the floor. We do this again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow towards the floor. Keep pressing that left heel away. Inhale, right fingertips to the ceiling. Land the right hand. Step back, hold your plank. Use your knees if you need. We lower to the floor. Keep taking the chest forwards. Keep looking forwards. Exhale. Point the toes, shoulders on the back. Just one cobra. Inhale, find your length. Exhale to fold back down. We come to a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Finding length in the spine. We inhale, right leg to the sky. And you're going to bend your right knee and start to stack the hips so your right knee moves to the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to mandala the leg. So keeping your downward facing dog shape, draw your knee into your chest. So you keep your hips high. Take the knee out to the side. And then circle the knee all the way back. We're going to do this 2 more times. Knee to thigh, hips stay high. Knee out to the side. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting as you take it to the back. Great. One more time. Keep pressing the hands into the floor and draw your chest towards your thighs. One more time. And then you're going to draw your right knee to your right wrist. And you're going to find a diagonal line for your shin. So right knee to right wrist. Left hip in line with right heel. You're going to sink those hips down. And if you've got lots of space underneath your hip, grab a cushion from the sofa and just sit that left hip or right hip, stuff a pillow underneath your right hip. That's it, lovely. We're going to push down into our shins for a moment and squeeze the glutes so we activate and really wake up our hips because we need strength in this area before we stretch it. Let the senses come. Can you really feel the skin pressing down into the floor? That activation of breath. Can you hear it? And then slowly soften the hips down. And you're going to walk your hands as wide as your mat just in front of you. Inhale, lift your heart. We pulse. Exhale, we fold. So this is a moving meditation. So on the inhale, you lift the heart, straighten the arms as much as you can. Exhale, bend the elbows, reach the chest forwards. Lovely. 2 more like that, following your breath. 1 more. Exhale. Nice. Inhale to lift. You're going to walk your hands back. You're going to tuck your left toes, pull everything in, lift your right foot, and reach your right leg all the way up, finding your right leg lifted. Bend your right knee and start to take the right foot to the left side of your mat. You're going to lean so much so that you're going to step that right foot all the way over. You're going to drop your hips down. Press down into your right foot, outside edge of the left foot. Lift your hips. Inhale, find a back bend. That's it. Exhale, lower the hips down, and then you're just going to come back. So rolling back, hands underneath shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips, back to your downward facing dog. So we want to find that length in your spine. So we set up that dog, bend your knees a lot, take your chest to your thighs, press your hands into the floor. Inhale, left leg to lift. Now keep pressing the chest towards the thighs. Draw your knee, bend your left knee and take it out to the side. So we're opening up that hip. Press into your hands equally. Now draw left knee into the chest. Exhale. Keep the hips lifted. Keep sending the heart to the thighs. Take it wide. Open it up. Circle it back. 2 more like that. Stay with me. Use your breath. Circling the knee all the way around. Really activate into that hip area. 1 more time. Circling it around. And then you're going to draw your left knee to left wrist. Take a diagonal with your left shin and slowly lower your hips down. If you've got lots of space, use that pillow underneath your left hip. Walk your hands out in front of you and press the shins into the floor for a moment. Activate that breath and really start to feel the glutes and the hips working here. And don't worry about the shin being a certain, you find a comfortable place for your knee. So your left knee wants to be close to the left edge of your mat. And then in any diagonal shape that's comfortable for you with that shin. Soften the hips down, walk your hands out wide. Exhale, drop the chest. Inhale, lift it up. Use your breath. Find that moving meditation. Let there be clarity as you draw on your senses. 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale to lift. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes and find your 3-legged dog. So lift that left leg all the way up and bend the left knee again. Lean the left toes to the right side of your mat. And then you're going to slowly step that right foot to the outside edge of the right mat. Drop your hips for a moment. Press down into left foot and outside edge of right foot. Lift the hips up. Inhale, reach your left fingertips forwards. We find a back bend. That's it. Exhale, we lower the hips and we roll back onto our stomachs. We take our hands wide and we interlace them behind us. Squeeze the palms. If this is not available, you're going to reach your arms back, thumbs up to the ceiling. Press the backs of the feet to the floor and just lift your heart. So without using your hands, we're using the back body. This is for our posture, really strengthening the posterior chain here. We breathe. If your hands are interlaced, you're squeezing the palms And keep looking down so your neck is long. And then exhale to release. Release the hands. Let them come in line with your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Try and send the tailbone to the sky. Send your chest to the thighs. Find length in your spine. If that means a big bend in your knees, bend your knees. And then slowly walk your feet all the way forwards to the front of your mat. Keep the feet nice and wide. And sink your hips down, bend your knees, and you'll find a Malasana squat, heels in, toes out. Now, instead of rounding here, press the elbows into the thighs and take the heart to the thumbs. Gorgeous. We're not here for long, it's a transition. Walk your hands out in front and look to your groin, round into your back. And then slowly sit your hips all the way down. Extend your left leg and cross your right leg on top. So your right foot is in line with your left knee. Hug your left elbow around your right knee. And then start to rotate your shoulders and rib cage to the back of the mat towards the right side. So we're in a twist. Inhale, we lift. Exhale to twist. One more big breath here. Coming back. You're going to keep your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Bring your fingertips behind you and bend your left knee. So we're back into the hips today. Keep reaching your heart forwards. Keep sending your right knee away and try and use your hands to lift your spine here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then all we're going to do is unravel, extend the right leg, draw the left knee in and just hop that left foot over the right leg and just bring left foot in line with right knee. Hug right elbow around left knee. Left fingertips behind you. Take an inhale and then start to rotate to the back of your mat. And then again, big inhale, find your length. Take an exhale breath to take the chest further around. One more time, using your breath here. We unravel, keeping the ankle on top of the right thigh. Flex your left toes, fingertips behind you. Bend your right knee. And we come back to a figure four here. So this should feel open. We've been in pigeon. We've really worked the muscles around the hips today. So just breathe here. Places our hips hold a lot of tension. When we sit, they tighten every time we're frustrated, angry, or upset. So just use this moment to release anything that might have built up. Use your senses here to gain more clarity. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly release, rolling the spine down one vertebrae at a time to come and lie on your back. Palms facing up, back of the head heavy. Find your Shavasana here. If you like or prefer a seated meditation, you'll, of course, by all means, take that position. But I'd like you to find somewhere that you can be comfortable and you can breathe. The rest, the integration is so important. So take this moment to feel the work that you've done. Let the body digest this work. And draw on your senses. And just like the poem from Rumi, can you dream even in your waking? So start to manifest your weekend, your day, how you would like to show up in the world. Dream while you are still awake. Even in his waking state, he dreams. You can stay here for as long as you like, or if you would like to close this practice with me, start to make your way to a comfortable seat. There's no rush, and of course you can stay lying down. Please listen to what your body needs from you today. Taking your time to find a seat. Reach your arms up overhead with a big inhale. Join your hands together and exhale, bring them to your heart center. Take a moment of gratitude. Thank you for sharing your time, your movement, and your breath with me today. Namaste.